All right, colonial women. This lecture is a little bit longer than some of the other ones, and when we do this one face to face, it usually takes me a class period and then like another class period, not the whole class period, but part of the class period to get through. So you might want to kind of break this one up a little bit as you're working through it. It might take you a little bit longer. There's really three parts to this lecture. So what we're interested in here is English colonial women. We talked about contact between Native Americans and Europeans in the last lecture. I keep saying talked. I'm used to meeting face to face. We looked at women, Native American women coming into contact with Europeans in the last lecture. And so in this lecture, we want to look at the Europeans that arrive here. And so for English colonial women, we're going to see, I keep looking at the computer to look at my outline, so that's where my eyes keep going. So for English colonial women, their experience is really going to depend on where they end up. If they go to the South, if they go to the Southern colonies, if they settle in Jamestown, their experience you're going to see is going to look really different than if they go to the North, if they settle in Plymouth, or if they settle in Boston. So that's the first part of the outline looks at women in the South. The second part of the outline looks at women in the North. The third part, though, really, these are women in the 17th century. These are women in the 1600s. So their job is to get married and have kids. And really, in that respect, their lives really aren't that much different. Now, again, it's going to look different on the surface if they settle in Jamestown, if they settle in Boston or Plymouth, and I think most of you agree you might want to head north because not really very good life expectancy. You have got a little bit more freedom if you head south, but not a lot of, there's lots of death in the South, so probably going to want to head north. That said, it's going to be a little bit more stricter in the North. But you're going to probably live. And again, ultimately we'll see the role is to be a wife or a mother. So those commonalities. So ultimately we'll see it doesn't really matter where you settle. All right, if you have questions, leave those in the discussion board.